OSI Umenyiora, New York Giants legend, and you're watching The Crew.
All right. Look who is in the crew crib. Former Giants defensive end, OSI Umenyiora in the building. What's going on, OSI?
Man, I'm out here, Joe. Nice to see you, Fred.
Hey, always good to see you. Long as I ain't seeing you with no helmet and shoulder pads on, because it was a damn nightmare.
That's okay. And let me make sure I let everybody know, two-time Pro Bowler, two-time Super Bowl champ with all the bling and all that. And also, fresh from London across the pond. Are you having strawberry and cream and
No, Earl Grey. Earl Grey. He got Earl Grey in his cup.
A little Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey tea?
Y'all are tripping, man.
Hey, so for the audience who didn't get to hear, what the heck are you doing in London?
I worked for the NFL. As soon as I retired, I was like, listen, I want to get out here. I want to be, amongst the international crew. And so I called Mark Waller. He was like going out there, and like a week after I retired, I was in London. I've been out here ever since. It's been like 7 years now. Just working, grinding, doing all kinds of things, man, trying to grow the game internationally.
And people don't know about your connection to London. Born in London, did a lot before you came to the NFL period in the United States. Let people know a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was born here. I was born in London. I was here for the first 7 years of my life, and then I went to Nigeria. My parents are Nigerian, so I was in Nigeria for like another 7 years. And then from there, I came to America, and that's when I started playing ball, went to Auburn High School, then Troy State University, got drafted by the Giants. And this is where my first story with Fred Smoot comes in. This is my first story with Fred Smoot. And Fred, you're not going to remember this, but this was my introduction to the NFL, yeah?
All right.
So, I'm a rookie. I'm not playing no ball, right? Like I'm just, I'm a rookie. I'm just chilling. And Fred, now I've known Fred since, I followed Fred since Fred was at Mississippi State, like a dog. You know what I mean? Fred was that guy.
Yeah.
So Fred's playing for Washington, and I'm a rookie. I'm on the sidelines. I'm not playing, and Fred and our receiver Amani Tuma get into it. So they going back and forth. Fred dumps him off the sideline, and then they start talking back and forth. And so, I see Fred, and, he's on our sideline, and so I take my shot. I start talking to Fred. I'm like, and Fred looks at me in front of my whole team, and he's like, who the fuck are you? Everybody starts laughing. Everybody starts laughing at me. And I wanted to disappear. Everybody, they never let me forget that. They were like, remember when Fred asked who the fuck?
I remember the play you talking about. I remember, and the one thing about it, Strahan was one of those people where when the offense was on the field, he stepped up on the sideline and he liked to talk trash, and I know that's where you got it from, because I would go back and forth with y'all all the time, and I actually knew who you was because one of my homegirls, Torsha McElroy, went to Troy. So I was already asking about you. So when you said that, I was like, I couldn't pronounce your name, and that what made me say, who the hell are you?
Y'all are great. Hey, listen, that's a great story. It don't surprise me based on everything I know from when I met Fred Smoot at the time, it's now called the Commander's locker room, and he was wearing his Fat Albert sweater.
Stop. It was FUBU. It was FUBU.
And all of that stuff looking all out of style back then. But listen, we got to talk about your Giants, OC. You know what? Okay. The Giants are 4-1 with Brian Daboll as head coach. We have to get your former Giants defensive end, two-time Pro, two-time Super Bowl. What is your reaction to the impact that Daboll is having on this team?
Incredible. I think, nobody really expected this from them. They thought this was going to be a year of struggle for the New York Giants. But I think when I went down there and I went to go visit them, I had a conversation with him. He really is about it, man. He's connected to his team. He's like young. The team loves him. They'll do anything for him. And so they're rallying behind him. And on top of that, I believe that from what I'm seeing from this coaching staff, this is one of the top 5 coaching staffs in the NFL, man, because they don't have all the best players. If you think about it, they are out coaching every single team that they play. And so this is a fantastic coaching job. As soon as they get like a couple of pieces in there, you're going to be looking at multiple Super Bowls for this New York Giants team.
Yeah, nobody likes to talk about Wink Martindale. I think Wink has unleashed Dexter Lawrence in that front. Like, this is what I know. Playing in NFC East, the Giants are good when they have a front four on defense. And I think now with this young front four with Trudeau and the rest of those guys, I think they can't match y'all, but I think they got some young heat up there.
No question about that. Dexter Lawrence is a fantastic football player, bringing that pressure up the middle. I know Leonard Williams hasn't played for a couple of games now, but this is one of the best defensive tackles also in football. So now if they can get Kayvon coming off that edge, Aziz and what he did last year, if they start getting more and more players coming off the edge like that, you got one of the best front fours in football. So, I mean, you can build off of what the New York Giants have been known for in the past.
Now, I don't believe in quarterback with normal names. And you can't get no normal than Daniel Jones. All right, so at the end of the day, Osi, do you believe in Daniel Jones? Like, Dave, I can't say they won because of him. They kind of won in spite of him because of Saquon having such a great year. Do you believe in Daniel Jones?
I think what you're saying would be fair if you're looking at the first couple of games. But, I had a chance to actually watch him in person and watch him against Green Bay. There's something to this guy, man. There's something about him. He kept on making play after play after play. And, Green Bay, that defense isn't bad. That's a very good defense.
Yeah, it is.
And he carved it up. He made all the plays that he needed to play, and he was getting hit in his mouth. So I think that there is something to him. And I believe that, with Brian Daboll at that, calling the plays and helping him out, I think he could be the quarterback for the future.
Wow.
And you know what it is, too, is that we had on Pat Leonard from the New York Daily News on our show on the last episode, and he was also commenting. He said he wants to do a piece on this, the fact that there's some magic or whatever they've been doing to get Daniel Jones to fumble less, because that was a problem, in his initial start with the Giants, and they're doing something to not have, him fumbling the ball so much. But obviously they declined his fifth-year option, so, it wasn't all the belief there first, OC, so they definitely have to.
No, but I mean, how could you not decline his option, right? Based on his past performance. If you look at what has happened over the past 3-4 years, why would you double down on that? But if you look at what has happened over the past 2 games and what could happen potentially over the course of this season, I mean, what are you gonna draft another quarterback? Like, what are you gonna do?
No. You're gonna. I don't know. See,
unless you get a veteran to come.
I was gonna say unless you date somebody else, and Jimmy G is mighty attractive. All right, so you gotta have. I'm just saying. You know how to. Hey, if you ask most New Yorkers right now, would they rather have Jimmy Garoppolo or Daniel Jones? Most people would say Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right now, yes.
Right now. Yeah.
We don't know what Daniel Jones is going to do over these next couple of games. We don't know.
That's the belief.
No, I'm saying I just saw what I saw against that Green Bay team, and if he can continue that, how are you going to say, Jimmy G is going to be the guy? Let's just give him like 3 more games. Let's just give him like 3.
Hey, he's a hell of an athlete. Like, most people don't know that about Daniel Jones. He's a hell of an athlete.
He's a hell of an athlete, and he's also one heck of a gentleman, a very good person as well. But you know what has also been in the news, OC, is OBJ. OBJ was recently at the building. No, it wasn't a formal visit. Doesn't need to be a formal visit. Visiting not just Sterling Shepard, other people in the building could have visited at their homes, decided to visit him at the facility of the team that traded him to Cleveland. And since then, has been all talked about on social media as far as the free agency bubbling, coming up as he heals this ACL. Do the Giants need OBJ? Would you like to see OBJ come back to the Giants?
100%. I'm one of the guys who believes he never should have left. I mean, OBJ in New York. I mean, come on, man. Let's talk about OBJ in New York.
Yeah, it works.
He was that dude.
Yeah.
And just everything about him works in New York. I mean, unfortunately, he's had a couple of injuries, but, we saw what he was able to do with the Los Angeles Rams last year. And you need a guy like that on your football team. The guy who traded him away isn't there anymore. I'm all for bringing OBJ back, man. He's a great guy.
Hey, no. I feel you on that, but I felt like, LA and OBJ was a match made in heaven. As much as he's New York, and much as he's, like, I can say this about Odell. He was the first true rock star of the digital age when it came to the NFL. Like, this dude can go to Paris. This dude can go anywhere. He's a rock star. And LA and rock stars just go together. It just go together.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But you're right, though. We had never really seen anything quite like that before. Like he's like a global, everywhere in the world. It's Tom Brady, Odell Beckham Jr. Them the only two they know.
Yeah,
They don't know
yeah.
nobody else.
You're right about that. You're right about that. Yep.
And you speak about Gettleman's, you spoke about him because, listen, he's obviously not the GM anymore.
He stinks. Say the truth. Report the news, Josina. He stinks.
Listen, I'm not gonna say he stinks, but what I am gonna say is that they didn't win over 6 games when he was the general manager
Stinks.
of the team. He did trade OBJ and brought in, and people can make their own comments about this. I'm just saying what it is. He traded OBJ, brought in Golden Tate and Kenny Galladay. Traded for DeAndre Baker, I believe 2019, who got caught up in an alleged armed robbery in Florida. Signed big money to Nate Solder, Kareem Martin. You can say what you think about that. Let go of Landon Collins, who recently became part of the team, and also Justin Pugh, who is a staple in Arizona, and also try to get more years out of Eli Manning at a time when Eli Manning, for some people, was obviously on the decline.
You had to let Eli age. Eli had put in 2 months. You could not run Eli out of there. It ended the best way it could end.
Some people thought. OC, your thoughts? Mm-hmm.
I think that we could say that Dave made a couple of mistakes, but he's a friend of mine, so I'm
brother-in-law, company man.
company man.
I mean, you did win a couple Super Bowls, but it was Jerry Reese that was GM at the time. But you are friends with Dave Gettleman, huh?
No, listen, Jerry's my guy too, man. Like, listen, he's a good guy. He makes some mistakes, but he's a good guy. So I gotta, as
we're not talking about whether he's good. We're talking about his record.
Can he do the job? Would you hire him to be a GM? If I told you we starting the team in London, they got OC running the team. Do you pick Dave Gettleman as the GM for the London Blokes?
I see.
100%.
Lies.
You gotta respect OC taking care of his guy. But at the same time, Landon Collins just came back to the team and he said he should have never been gone. And I do remember, and we'll have Landon Collins on this show, and I'll delve more into this at the time. But I do remember, players at the time feeling like Dave Gettleman wasn't interacting with them enough and then making decisions on their careers that felt cold. We do know as a person he went through his own health situation with everything like that. But I don't know, OC, that you can deny some of these teams and things in terms of the swings and misses in the draft, and making key decisions that impacted the team. I mean, not winning more than 6 games after at least the second to last season with Jerry Reese. They were 11-5. They finished 3-13 with Jerry Reese. But there's no question that the cap situation that Gettleman put him in and some of the personnel decisions really hampered this team.
I mean, I'm not denying any single thing that you said, and I won't deny anything you said. You're correct. Those are facts, right? But sometimes, sometimes facts, you got to remove facts from the situation and speak on just emotion. And emotionally, that's all I'm doing. 100%. Yeah. There will be no argument about any single thing that you said because you're both 100% correct. But I like him as a person, so I'm just rocking with him. That's all.
Hey, that company man cape is floating in the wind right now. He can't say nothing wrong about the truth. Hey, listen, I'm a divorcee. You can admit when you got it wrong. You can admit when you chose the wrong person, all right?
Hey, listen. Hey, OC, you guys got the Ravens coming up. They're coming in the building. Right now, the Giants are 4-1. Lamar is coming to MetLife. Tell me what you foresee of this game. And if for some reason the Ravens were able to not win this game, and the Giants go on to be 5-1, are we going to be able to deflate any heads in New York? Go ahead.
No, it's going to be impossible. I think, right now we're riding high, and that's a good thing. But when you look at the Baltimore Ravens and you look at the New York Giants right now, you got to think about who the Giants defensive coordinator is, right? Wink Martin.
Monday,
yeah. Come from.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
And so now, because of that, you got to know that he's going to know quite a few things about the Baltimore Ravens, and in particular Lamar Jackson, that a lot of people don't know. So you got to think that they're going to be able to stifle Lamar Jackson, which is almost impossible to do. But if anybody has a good enough chance to do it, it would be the New York Giants. And then offensively, New York Giants have been playing a lot better, especially over the second half of games. You look at the Baltimore Ravens defensively, yes, they played better last week, but before then, they were getting torched. So who knows what's going to happen in this particular game? I'm looking for the Giants to win.
Oh, you know what, OC? I hate to bust your bubble and tell you the good truth because my dad is a preacher. All right, here we go. The Giants ain't even the best team that play at MetLife. It's the New York Jets. It's the New York Football Jets.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard you say.
Hey, listen. When I look at that New York Jets roster, I see a lot of young talent. Sauce is they advertised. Like I said, I thought he was the best corner in the draft. Bryce Hall has been running that ball. Zach Wilson, I think he's coming into his own. They got a wide receiving core, Garrett Wilson. If I look and say, what positions are the Jets better than the Giants? Better than quarterback? They're not better than running back. They're better at wide receiver. They're better at cornerback. I'm sorry, the Jets are the best team in New York.
Wow.
Listen, if you're looking at it from a standpoint of players, okay, you might be onto something there. But in terms of like a team, no possible way. You know why? Because the most important thing right now in the NFL is the coaching staff. And the New York Giants have a far superior coaching staff.
Whoa,
come on, Silas is a good coach. Like, give him the chance. Get Silas is a good coach now.
Coach in terms of leadership and charisma. He's still building what he's building, but he has a ton of respect in the NFL.
How do we know he's a much better coach than Brian Daboll? I mean, you just said
just been there, but hey, listen, let me tell you something, OC. Let me tell you something, and this is not no knock, just to say how things can ebb and flow, because I definitely respect Josh McDaniels' prowess, but I do remember being in Denver and starting in 2009, where Josh McDaniels started off 6-0, and they proceeded to lose the next
100 games, 100,
and they ended up 8-8. So the Giants, I'm just saying, look, I give all props. Daboll, I think he is the real deal. But as he said, the league can humble you real quick, OC. So don't y'all start floating.
I give New York Giants what I call the Golden Booger Award. That means when you peel back them gold plates off of that booger, it's still a booger. All right? That means that the Giants are fugazi. We know they're a good team. They got a good core, but nobody feels like they are a playoff team. You don't feel that, OC. You do not feel it.
Say that now. I don't know. If you're still number one in the NFC East, you still might come out and be in the playoffs for it.
No, you're not number one. Philadelphia is number one. Get that right.
You guys sat there and you gave me all these statistics and all these facts about Dave Gettleman, and I gave that to you. At the end of the day, the New York Giants are 4-1, and the Jets aren't. So you know what?
3-2
are the better football
team. Golden Booger Award.
Listen, OC, we appreciate the discussion. This was a lively discussion. I know people will love seeing this as we put this on social. It's great to have you on. And before you leave, really quickly, I do want to just get your last parting thoughts on retirement life. What is the best thing? Fred and I are working. Obviously, you're working, but you're not with the Giants anymore. At least what aspect of that is the best part of retirement life?
Been incredible, man. Let me tell you something. The only thing better than being in the NFL is being when you're not in the NFL and you have money. I promise you. Nothing better than it. Nothing better than it.
I wouldn't know nothing about having money. Ain't none of y'all tell me nothing for Christmas ever.
He's right, because now you still get to be a part of it without taking your body through it, your mind, whole, and soul. And this is what I do love. The younger players know their history, so you don't have to introduce yourself to them. They already know who you are. You're still part of the organization. He is right. To get out of there with your mind, body, and your soul, you cannot beat it. And when I'm in London, OC, I'm going to holler at you, baby. We got to drink that Earl Grey to the top.
Because when we all come to London, we crashing your pad. Is that okay? Is your family going to allow us to come in there? Can we crash your pad, OC? Is that okay?
I got come on through.
What'd you say? Your Wi-Fi going bad. What'd you say?
I said I have enough space. I have space. Come on through, man.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely. Yes, we will take up all your space, and we just put Fred on. We put Fred on the floor, and I'll get the.
That's fine. That's fine, baby. I'm fine.
Room. Okay, OC. Hey, look, before you leave, let everybody know what your name is, and tell everybody that you're watching The Crew.
OC Umenyiora, New York Giants legend, and you're watching The Crew.
Company man.
Hey, listen, OC, we appreciate you. That's right. Hey, look, OC, we definitely going to want to have you back on during the season to talk about these Giants. So hopefully you can come back on again, okay?
Let me know, man. This was fun. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Always good to see you, brother.
Thank you.